Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gamers of all ages, it is time for Season 5 of the CCC. It's Draft League time, baby. Let's go! What's up, gamers? My name's Vero, and yes, as I say, it is time for Season 5 of the Critical Continental Cup, a VGC Draft League, which I've been enjoying from the first season all the way through to now. And yeah, I really fancy my chances this time. So, before I get into who I'm playing against for my Week 1 match, I'm just going to go over the team that I've drafted a little bit, and just explain to you what I'm happy about and what I'm not happy about. So, first of all, Chi-Yu. It's been running all over the VGC meta. Obviously, great Pokemon. I am not dissing Chi-Yu. However, it's not the Pokemon that I wanted, and this will become evident in a second. But I felt like it was a solid pick for an S tier, and certainly something that I could work with. So, the reason why it's not quite what I wanted is because my actual first pick was Pelipper. And this is where you might put 2 and 2 together and go, hey, Chi-Yu doesn't work good in a rain team. Correct. So my planned pick was Chien-Pao instead of Chi-Yu, which obviously works way better in the rain. The problem that I had was I figured that there's only so many rain setters, and there was a good chance that they were going to get sniped. So I thought best first pick Pelipper, because that was the one most likely to go. And then I could second pick Chien-Pao. Also, it looked like people were leaning more towards the lower tiers, like A instead of S, for the first pick. And yeah, unfortunately that didn't happen. So this is what I've got. I will probably end up making some changes as weeks go on. But honestly, it's still good. And I'm happy to have at least a semi-rain team. So, next up is Goodra. Works great in the rain, was a great special attacker. I figured it works well with both of these two. So, happy about this. Also, a pseudo legendary is always great to have because it's just an absolute bundle of stats. Next, I picked up Gardevoir. Now, the reason for this is, 1, special attacker, great with Chi-Yu. I'm sure you're seeing a pattern emerging here. But also because it sets Trick Room. And I did kind of want to have access to a Trick Room team, and I wanted a couple of Pokemon that were able to set it. So, Gardevoir, I've never used it before, but I know it can do some pretty decent things, and I'm looking forward to trying it out. My second Trick Room setter is Spiritomb, which a lot slower than Gardevoir, so works better in Trick Room, obviously. I wanted the two to have like alternating speed tiers so that I didn't have to use one Trick Room if I didn't want to. But yeah, Spiritomb is just great. It can hit hard if you want it to. It can be bulky if you want it to. And it's great typing as well. With the single weakness to Fairy, not bad at all. Although you will see that Fairy weakness is a bit of an issue with me. Next, I picked up Quaquaval. Or Quackaville, never quite sure on the pronunciation on that. This is pretty much the main reason what I wanted to use with Rain. This thing's attack stat is ridiculous. 120 base attack, and in the rain, that can just do silly things. Imagine if it was next to a Chien-Pao, and you start to see the plan that was forming in my head. Pretty much its Aqua Jet could one-shot almost anything. Unfortunately, Chien-Pao was not to be, but Quaquaval still good, excited to use it. Again, a Pokemon that I've never used before, but I know it's got some pretty cool tools in its belt, so that'll be interesting. Next was Noivern, and this is one of my favourite Pokemon. I love Noivern. It's just speed incarnate. If you take away the legendaries, like, you know, outliers like Electrode, which is crazy, this thing is one of the fastest things going. It's going to be a brilliant Tailwind setter, can work in the rain if you want it to with Hurricane, Can set the sun if I want to do something else, and you may see that this week. And all in all, I'm just happy to have it on board. Also, not a bad special attacker, again. Right, so moving away into the lower tiers, I then picked up Eelektross. Now, Eelektross is obviously the electric Pokemon with Levitate, 0 weaknesses. Great, love that. And I figured that it could work well in Trick Room, it could maybe work well on Rain, I'm not sure about that, we'll have to see. But I know it can hit hard. I mean, it's got decent both physical and special attack. It's got reasonable bulk. For a C tier pickup, I figured this was pretty good. Then, moving into the D tiers, I've got a Lowland Sandslash. Tripping up over my words here. A Lowland Sandslash. Now, there's the stats. Brilliant in rain, well, better in rain, I should say, because it's got 2 4x weaknesses. These are the main issues with it, fighting and fire, but at least rain helps with one of those. And I know this thing has the potential to do some good work. 1 week, I just want to get someone with it. Who knows, I might find a way of setting snow or something like that. We'll see. But then last and definitely least, we've got Shroodle. So I've got a D tier left to pick up, and as a prankster Pokemon, this isn't bad. It pretty much gets most of the tools that Grafaiai does, just without the stats to go alongside them. Throw a Focus Sash on this thing and it'll get a couple of like prankster stuff off. It's got Encore, I think it's got Taunt, it's got some cool stuff in there. Weathers, at least, I'm sure. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be bringing it a lot, but I think it's a nice tool to have in my arsenal. So with that, let's move on to what I'm bringing this with. Oh, I should say real quickly that my Terra types, because again, same as last season, you get 2 Terra types, are Poison and Electric. Which I figured Poison is necessary because if you look at the Pokemon I've got some serious fairy weakness. And Electric, I figured, was quite a good offensive type, especially when paired with, like, Eelektross. And it's a great defensive one for Pelipper. So, yeah, not bad pickups. I was kind of prioritizing Pokemon rather than the Terra types, because they were, like, to be picked up at the same time as the Pokemon. And it was difficult, but I think I made some alright choices. Okay, so the team that I'm playing is the Huddersfield Hydreigons. Now, I've played these almost every single season, I think every season in fact. They're coached by Jake, great friend of mine, and he is not only the current reigning champion, he is also the only 2-time champion that we have in the CCC. So, I'm going to get my ass handed to me week 1, I'm sure of it. I'm going to bring it as much as I can, but not holding a hope. Okay, so you can see here, first of all, he's got Steel and Ghost Terror, which is bonkers good. Then he's got Urshifu Rapid Strike. He's got his own Rain Setter in Politoed, so this is going to be a Battle of the Rain, guaranteed. Jumpluff, which is a really fast Tailwind Setter. Persian, Trixie stuff galore. Scizor, again, another Pokemon great in the rain. Quillfish Yosui, Intimidate user, lovely. Has Swift Swim. Now granted it can be only one or the other, but great Pokemon. And then there's Zoroark Kasui. I guarantee you he's going to want to try and get me with that thing. I have to be so careful of what I'm doing turn 1. Because if I see it in his lineup of 6, I promise you he's bringing it one of the matches. I promise you, because he's going to find it so delicious and irresistible. So I'm going to be so cautious of that. Anyway, that's who I am playing against. So I will show you the Pokemon that I'm bringing for this particular match. So we've got Launchpad, the Pelipper. I figured the game is probably going to be in rain. Okay, I have to prep for a rain match because he could bring rain himself. So if I'm going to prep for it, I may as well make sure I've got it. There you go. You can see it's got Tailwind, it's got Hurricane, the usual Pelipper kind of stuff. Then we've got Echo the Noivern. So Hurricane for the rain, and then it can turn off the rain with Sunny Day and use Flamethrower, put that Scizor to sleep. Again, Tailwind. I was going to run Protect on it, but ultimately the Urshifu just means that it's not worth running anything like that. Also, this thing is so much faster with a Tailwind compared to Pelipper. We've got Spiritomb, and yes, there is a Trick Room there because I may go the other way. So I've kind of like tiered everything with the spears very carefully so that they outspeed most things in Tailwind, but underspeed most things in Trick Room. Obviously, Noivern in Trick Room isn't going to work, but you know, if say I've got the Goodra there, that should be good in both of them. I think he's going to struggle without any kind of speed control, but it's going to be pretty good in both of the options that I've got. And then, yeah, obviously we've got Goodra, again, great in the rain. Rocky Helmet with Acid Armor, this thing can take quite a beating, and it's just got some powerhouse moves, good spread, nothing stab, other than unless I go Terra Electric with the Thunder, which does do a lot of damage, so that is something you may see. But overall, yeah, this thing should be putting out some huge numbers, hopefully. Then we've got Angelica, our Gardevoir, Icy Wind, because again, I've looked at those speed tiers, and hopefully knocking most things down by one should allow me to outspeed with most things. But again, Thunderbolt, I've got to bring something for the Urshifu, which even though Dazzling Gleam does, I'm aware that he's got Steel Terror, and I feel like Fairy could turn that off. But yeah, and then we've got Chi-Yu, Marbles. This thing is great if I do get it in the sun, but I'll be honest, I'm a little hesitant to bring it onto the field. I don't know if it's quite the right Pokemon for this, but I know if it does come, I'm sure it will be putting up some big numbers. Choice specs as well, you got to, right? So that's what I'm bringing. I do have Rico a Quackable in the back. I don't know if he's doing screen stuff or if the Persian's a problem. It's there. So we'll see. But this is what I'm bringing. And yeah, I'm really excited to have my week 1 match. Looking forward to this season. I've got a good feeling about it. So wish me luck. Here we go. Right then. So he has got Zoroark. God freaking damn it. Urshifu, Espeon. Yeah, Noivern's just good. I know that Jumpluff can be a real pain, so I do need to be able to take care of it quite early on. And I think if I lead Goodra, Pelipper in the back if I need to sit the rain, and I quite like Spiritomb actually. Could be handy. No, actually, I'm gonna go Gardevoir. Mainly because Spiritomb Trick Room I do plan on doing, but probably not first game. This is it. I'm a Yogi. Okay. Now I really want to just click Hurricane into Urshifu. You know what, yeah, I'm just doing it. I don't care. And then I'm going to switch launch pad in, set the rain, make sure it hits, resist anything that's been thrown back at me from the Urshifu. I'm not sure what's going on with my sound quality, so apologies if that isn't brilliant. I've got a new setup, and it's a really good setup, but I haven't quite worked out the audio yet, so if it's not ideal, please do bear with. Yeah, the Steel Terror, that's kind of to be expected. Yeah. Ice Spinner, okay, sure. I knew this was a possibility, it's not the end of the world. Definitely gonna go Terra. I think we just hit the muddy water. Thunder definitely did more, right? Yeah. And let's see if we can go Tailwind or yeah, Tailwind because it was setting me up so much better. I don't know as I'm gonna get Tailwind off. We'll see. Always a possibility. Did survive though, so that's big. Won't survive, that's big. I wonder if this thing's choice. Wow, that's bulky. Okay, we're in real trouble here. I'm probably going to want to cheat you against it. Yeah. Hope that I'm going to hit the ice wind and slow stuff down. Shad. Okay, cool. I did not know that's its shiny. That's a pretty cool shiny. Wow. Okay. Yeah, let's just start doing some spread damage. I don't think I'm getting anywhere with this. Poison damage. No. Okay. Bad game one, to be honest with you. And that's fine. It happens. Probably shouldn't have revealed the muddy water, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just... Yeah. Okay, cool. That happens. There's a lot of things I need to work out with my team. This is obviously one of them. Well, I say this, like, you know, I knew the Urshifu was likely to go Steel Terror, and I just did not compensate for it. Okay, so I've switched to Quaquavalin. We'll never learn how to pronounce it. I think it's a pretty good counter to the Urshi. and therefore is worth considering. I definitely like the idea of setting Trick Room. I think Chi-Yu is needed for a good sweep. I'm still bringing Goodra. Yeah, Quackable. Although, actually... No, not Quackable. I know I've just switched it in, but it happens. Yeah, the Ice Spinner's too scary to be bringing Noivern happily. But I think Pelipper and Chi-Yu, it's a dangerous combination to bring, but ultimately, if I can turn on Trick Room, then I can be in a real good spot with Goodra. Ultimately, what I'm looking for here is setting up for a Goodra sweep. Right, okay. There's a good chance that Nightlight goes down, okay? Or a taunt or something like that. And I don't want that to happen. In fact, there's an argument for me taunting that first. Yeah. And I'm going Acid Armor. Shadow Ball, okay. Do we survive this? You know what? Not the worst thing that could happen, because at least this way he doesn't know that I'm setting up Trick Room. Defense boost is great for versus the Urshifu. And I'm just going to do it. Okay. Now, I don't know how the Urshi is going to speed into the Chi-Yu. Like, I've got a little bit of speed on it, but not that much. I think Dark Pulse is probably my best option here. And yeah, I'll go Thunder again. So no switches, that's good. And no Urshifu Terror. Now there's no rain here, which means this is incredibly inaccurate, but I feel like I need to run the risk. Wow! Okay. Okay, so it is faster. Damn. Come on, please get a KO. Of course you missed. God damn it. Okay. Well. Yeah, we go Tailwinds. We're still doing Thunder here. I don't see a way back. Wait. Chi-Yu was too dangerous to play, and I should have known better. Okay. I did not know that thing got Poltergeist. Ooh, lit, lovely. Now, can we please start swinging? Wow, that thing's bulky. That's Assault Vest. Like, I'm 99% sure that's Assault Vest. Yeah. Can't afford to get a silver. Maybe water. Of course, Aquajet. Makes sense. Yeah, what is it? Surgic Strikes, Aquajet, Ice Spinner. Oh, so close to taking down the Hydreigons. It was Zorak. I knew he'd try and get me with it. That's why it gets Poltergeist. Okay. Okay, I actually have a chance. I just need to, like, one-shot everything. I can do that, right? I've got Tailwind up. Oh, that's not good. The real Espeon, okay. Right, well, I've got a... I don't think this one-shots. Of course it terrors. What are you, Ghost? Sting. Okay. Well, I mean, it's neutral at least. Yeah, I don't think I've got much of a hope anyway. I mean, it 2 shots. Nah. Oh well. God damn. Jake proving exactly why he is our 2-time current reigning champion. Absolute masterclass. Took me to school, he did. But look, this is only week 1. Alright? I've got plenty of time. I mean, it's only a short season. There's like 5 weeks before we get to playoffs. But still, this is only week 1. I've got a lot of time to tweak my team, get things better, get things in a spot that I'm a lot happier with, and hopefully our later matches will be golden, you know? Who knows? I could still end up facing Jake, like, in the playoffs. And then I've got chance for redemption. Season 1, way back, like, 2 years ago, maybe more, I played Jake in the run-up before playoffs, and I kicked his butt. And then in the playoffs, he kicked mine. So, you know, it turns around. Yeah, I'm not upset that I didn't win match 1. I'm not happy, but it happens. Look, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you look forward to a wonderful season ahead of us, and hopefully we'll get some better outcomes in the matches to come. You all take care now. Bye-bye.